Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-June 2022 reading for the zodiac sign of Capricorn. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post videos in the future. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at the remainder of June. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We're also going to take a look at your crystal for the month, do 3 yes or no questions, and do a healing note for you. But let's go ahead and see here, pulling a summary card for what's wrapping up and coming to a close. We have the card moderation. I really like when this card comes forward. Moderation's a good thing when it's work, vacationing, spending money, diet, exercise. Moderation's all around a good thing in almost all aspects of life. But let's see what other messages we have here. Let's see what I can tell you. The first card that we have is the 6 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles is a card of giving or receiving help. It's very much so a card of generosity. With the moderation card, this is an interesting pairing because typically when I see the 6 of Pentacles, it's like we're doing too much. But in this case, I feel like this is this perfect balance of you giving and receiving help. So really interesting there. I do think you've been helping somebody these last few weeks, but you've been able to do it in a way that's not completely draining you, Capricorn. The next card that we have is the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is a card of mastering your craft, enjoying your employment. It's very much so that work smarter, not harder energy. This is also like a card of reaping the benefits of your hard work. So your hard work is paying off when I see the 8 of Pentacles. The next card that we have here is the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords is an interesting card. It's kind of gloomy. Everyone's facing away from us. Their heads are hanging low. And then there's a bunch of swords stuck into the boat. Interestingly enough, this is a card about going through a necessary transition. This could be an indicator of moving or relocating as well, but some sort of transition happening for you. Let's see what cards we have here, clarifying those messages. The first card we have is the Judgment card. Anytime you have the Judgment card, Capricorn, this is a card that's beneficial to you. So the Judgment card is a card of clarity or possibly making a decision. So definitely you made a conscious decision to provide this help. But it was very clear why you needed to help this person. I know that seems kind of an odd message, but that's what I'm getting here, is you made the choice to do it, and it was clear why you needed to do it, hence why the decision was so easy to step in and help. The next card that we have is the Wheel of Fortune. For those of you that have watched my readings before, you know the Wheel of Fortune is one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. It's a card of good fortune, good luck, and it's really a turning point if you look at the wheel here, a turning point to much better things. So if you have been working hard towards something and you don't feel like it's been benefiting you yet, the Wheel of Fortune is confirming good luck is coming, good fortune is coming, and we're at the turning point. So if, again, you haven't felt your hard work pay off yet, we're at the turning point where it's going to start paying off really greatly for you. The next card that I have is the 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords is a card of heartbreak, divorce, loss, depression. Some of you could have had a relationship that ended. This could be friendship, love interest, family member. But whatever it is, we have that 6 of Swords, and it's saying that this is something that needed to happen. This was a transition that you needed to move forward. Sometimes the 3 of Swords is also a card of healing. It's like a card of pulling the sword from your own heart. In some cases, definitely this was healing that had to happen in order for you to move forward with the 6 of Swords. Taking a look at our next column, we're going to take a look at just general what's going to happen through the end of June. We have the card Brilliance. I love seeing this card. Capricorn, this is always so fun. This is a reminder of how brilliant you are, and it's a really good indicator of how brilliant the next few weeks are going to be. So all around win there. But let's see what messages we have underneath for you. The first card that we have is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a very bold card. It's very powerful. It's very charming. And this is you. You're in a position where you can like charm people and convince them of your perspective, and people are on your side. You're very brilliant and people want to interact with you and support you. So you really, again, are in that position of power. Very, very charming. We're going to clarify that, but just know that you're seated in a good position going into these last few weeks. The next card that we have is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is a very patient card, but it is also an indicator of new job, raise, or money news. So really that's a pretty good indicator of some sort of new money coming in for you. Potentially you could be moving into a leadership role because the King of Wands here is saying like you're in a position of power. Then at the bottom we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is very speedy card. It's quick action, quick change, news coming in. This promotion could happen very quickly, but there could be some other sort of news coming in. So let's clarify and see if these cards are connected or if we're talking about different things possibly. The first card that we have is the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card of waiting for results, having to make a choice. I do feel like possibly you have been waiting for people to hear you or see you or appreciate you, or even like see how much you have to offer, Capricorn. Again, this is like a position of waiting. You have the world in your hands here, but you like haven't been able to action it. But anything you want, anything you want to create, you have the ability. Again, you have the world in your hands. The next card that we have is the Eight of Cups. If you take a look at this card, the Eight of Cups on this card are stacked pretty nicely, but yet this person in the background is still walking away. The Eight of Cups is a card of withdrawing, retreating, moving on. And again, we have something that's good here, but yet we're going in the pursuit of something better. So with this Page of Pentacles, it's something you've been waiting for, but even though you may have a good job now or you may have a good source of income, we're still going to move forward. We're going to transition on, seeking something better. Then at the bottom here we have the Six of Swords. It does feel like these are pretty well connected in together. But the Six of Swords, this card, we talked about this actually. We just had the Six of Swords. So this is a card of necessary transition. Again, it could be physically moving or relocating, but I feel like you need to go for this next job. You need to embrace your ability to convince people to see your perspective. You need to have this ability to be able to be bold and be able to charm, and almost be in that position of power. So as news comes in of this opportunity, I would say go for it. Go through this transition and move on to whatever this new offering is with the Page of Pentacles. Now moving on to our next column, we're going to take a look at anything related to money. So think job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have. The first card that we have is the Three of Wands. This is a card of teamwork, commerce, expansion. This could be travel. Some of you could be traveling for work. But some keywords here we want to focus on is commerce. So we always love that, new money. But expansion, this feels like your business is growing or your opportunities are growing. Again, potentially some of you are expanding into that leadership role. It feels like some real growth happening this month. The next card that we have is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a great card. It is a card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. So whether in your current role or switching jobs or applying for a job, really, really great card to have. This is, again, your hard work being acknowledged and appreciated, and this is you winning, succeeding, being recognized, success there. The next card that we have is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a card, the Eight of Cups. This is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a card of having lots of different options. If you take a look at the Seven of Cups, Capricorn, there's something different in each of these cups. And because there's so many different options, sometimes it makes us kind of non-committal, where we are scared to commit to one thing because we have all of these different things available to us. So just be cautious of this. When I see this card, I always tell people, if you feel strongly about something, fully commit to it. The Seven of Wands can also be a card of just saying how busy you'll be these next few weeks. Again, lots of different things going on, so I would anticipate a busy few weeks. So let's clarify and see what other messages we have here. The first card we have at the top is the Five of Cups. This is a card of loss, regret. It could be a card of grief. It's on top of that Three of Wands card, so I'm getting more so that some of you are like reflecting. Maybe you started out as a really small business, just one person, and now you have a team of 10. Or maybe like you work in the banking world and you started out as a teller and now you're a vice president. It's almost like a reflection of where you've come. And it's not like, again, I feel like for those of you transitioning through jobs, you had a good job now and we're transitioning on to something better, but there's like some sort of grieving that's happening through this transition because what we had already was so good. So as we go through this expansion, it's still beneficial, but it's like a reflection of what you had before. The next card that we have is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a card of speed, action, change, news coming in. We did talk about this Eight of Wands card as well, so it's going to be pretty quick. Again, whether you apply for this job, an interview, and it's successful, being recognized for your hard work, this is a quick shift happening. And then at the bottom here, we have the Four of Wands. This is another celebratory card. It's celebrations, so whatever path you choose to go, it's going to be beneficial. It's going to be something we're celebrating. This is like kind of confirming because, again, some of you are maybe possibly feeling a little bit non-committal. This is like confirmation that the decision you choose, the path you go down, Capricorn, is going to be the right path. Now taking a look at our next column, this is anything related to love. So think family, friends, relationship, children. Again, anything you think of when you think of love. The first card that we have is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is very much so a money card. It's a card of luxury, self-sufficiency, financial gain, but it is very much so a card of solo pleasures. And what I mean by that, this is like taking time for you. So whether you're in a relationship, married, children, make sure that you have some you time this month, Capricorn, and the remainder of this month. Sometimes when I see money cards in the relationship column too, this is like money around you. So this could be your spouse getting a new job or a family member or a friend that you're close to, even like it's new money in your circle, if that makes sense. The next card that we have is Temperance. This is a card of balance, harmony. This is moderation. I feel like some of you could have been very, very busy lately. Moderation coming up twice for you. So do keep that moderation top of mind here. But this is going to be a really good period of time for balance and harmony in your relationship. Maybe you've been struggling with one of your children recently. It's going to level out. Maybe you haven't had a lot of time for your loved ones, and this is going to give you more time. But really nice balance and harmony coming with that Temperance card there. Then at the bottom here, we have the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords. I keep being one number off here for you today, Capricorn. This is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is a card of kind of low energy. You see that the card is dark here, the sword stuck into them. It's like feeling that you're at rock bottom. And again, I do feel like some of you are burnt out, like maybe you've been struggling with one of your children, maybe you just haven't had time for each other. It's just been hectic. So that energy is coming through pretty strong. I think it's going to correct with the Temperance though. Let's clarify this card though and just make sure. The first card that we have is the Seven of Wands. This is a card of self-defense, feeling like you have to protect yourself against competition. And I feel like some of you feel like you're going to need to justify this time for yourself. But in reality, with that Nine of Pentacles, you have the ability to just do for you and take time for you. So don't feel like you need to justify you time. That's my message there, Capricorn. The next card that we have is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card of feeling unfulfilled. This could be apathy. It's kind of those low feelings. You have those two low feeling cards, but with this Temperance card, this is a really good indicator. This is, again, that balance, that harmony, that correction of energy that you've been waiting for. Then we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a card of being very self-sufficient and being very honest. Again, self-sufficient coming up. Definitely make sure you take some you time this month to just kind of rest, retreat, do some R&R with just you, Capricorn. The other key thing that's associated though with the Queen of Swords is communication and being very honest. So if you don't like something happening in a relationship or you want something more, this is a good indicator to communicate, like vocalize those wants and needs. Now taking a look at our final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guide, so something to carry into the end of June. We have the card Renewal. Love to see this, especially because we just had some low cards with some low feelings, needing to renew our energy. So great to see this. It really does feel like your energy will get renewed going into the end of June. So love to see that very high positive note here. Let's see what other messages we have. The first card that we have is the Fool card. This is the first card in the Major Arcana. This is a card of fresh hope, taking chances, new paths, adventures, beginning. It definitely does seem that there's some sort of new opportunity coming for you. You're kind of mid-transition, or this transition is going to be coming very quickly. But really embrace these new beginnings, these fresh starts. They really are going to renew your energy, renew your happiness. We have that Eight of Cups next. We talked about the Eight of Cups earlier. This is again that card of withdrawing, retreating, and moving on. So we have these 8 cups stacked here really nicely, but yet we're looking for something better. So do really embrace that, embrace this new journey. You've been looking for something better and you finally found it with the Fool card. So it's really neat to see. Then at the bottom we have the Chariot. The Chariot is a card, somebody once described it to me as the vroom vroom card. It indicates that there's action, it's change. You're in this journey, you're seeking renewal through these new opportunities, which is really nice to see. Again, it's all part of that necessary transition. The Chariot can also be a new vehicle, so some of you could be getting a new vehicle going into the end of this month as well. But let's see what other clarifying cards we have here. We have the Star card coming through. The Star card is also a card of renewal. So we have back-to-back renewal cards. Love to see that. This is a card of renewal, hope, inner clarity. This could also be an opportunity to be recognized. So we have the big star here at the top, which is like being in the spotlight, being recognized. So this new opportunity, this new beginning with the Fool card, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for you to be recognized and be in the spotlight, essentially very highly appreciated with this new opportunity. But with the new opportunity comes renewal, which is the big message in this column here. The next card that we have is the Justice card. The Justice card is one that's always favorable for you, Capricorn. The Justice card is like cause and effect. It's win-win type feeling. So this is like you've worked hard for whatever this new thing is, so don't worry about leaving behind the Eight of Cups. I know the Eight of Cups was a good place, but again, this is finding something better for you. And you're going to find it. Again, the Justice card being this cause and effect. The Justice card's also a great indicator if you're working through court things, legal, contractual type things. The Justice card is a card that's very much so in your favor in that sense too. Then at the bottom here we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very intentional, very strategic, very long term. So this is just a reminder that we're on this journey long term, but all of these moves that you're making are the right things to do for your future. These are the right choices to be made. So rest assured with that King of Swords coming up there at the end. Now I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But for question number 1, we have the 8 of spades. This is number 32 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2, we have the Queen of Hearts. This is number 23 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3, we have the 9 of Hearts. This is number 16 card. That's also a yes. So yes, yes, yes for you there, Capricorn. If you watched your video earlier this month, we did pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of June. Your crystal this month is Tire Eye, which is good for decisions. It really gives you a view of things from a distance, and it helps you decide on the right thing for you. Lots of cards saying that you're going to be making the right decision. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your note says, love creates miracles, heals all wounds, and purifies all energies. Thank you so much, Capricorn, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Also, again, those subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post future videos. If you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you, Capricorn, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your June.